story about an old fella that lives about halfway up near Tullamore in a little place called Rahugh. And it's a story called the Rahugh Ass. And I hope you like it. It wouldn't be fit for Manoon. No, too tall for a dwarf in the circus. Still, I haven't the height for the yards. And in between, kind of an ignorant gossip is designed for financial reward. But to me father, he thought I was a charmer, and there wasn't much else I could do. When he sent me to work with an old farmer in a backward place known as Rahugh. Now, the old farmer, he had no brothers or sisters, and he must have been 60 or more. He lived with his old aging mother, an invalid of near 94. Oh, the first week, it wasn't so easy. I couldn't do anything right. And the food, it was never too greasy. Just stir about morning and night. Now, the dinner had great variation. Not a word about mutton or malt. One day we'd have salt and potatoes, and the next day we'd have potatoes and salt. Now the next week it started much better. 3 chickens, they died in the coop. So we ate the meat out of the feathers, and we lived for a week on the soup. The next week was all vegetation, just turnips and cabbage and grass. Now, that's not high-calorie rations. The misfortune befell the old ass. Oh, that morning I went out to catch water, but that was the old donkey's name. But to the minute I put on the halter, I could see he was terribly lame. So I ran back in and I told the old farmer. He came out and he examined him crooked and straight. And he whispered to me with a tremor that there's no use in wasting good meat. So he sent me back home for the hammer, the big butcher's knife and a saw. And the old donkey gave his last tremor when they plunged the big knife in his craw. He wiped the big knife on his breeches, saying that's the last journey for Walt. Then he split the ass down in 2 flitches, and he sent me to town for the salt. Now the meat of an ass is like rubber, not fit for a stomach like mine. But the old farmer, he had teeth like a grubber, and he ate them clean out of the brine. I offered a bit to the granny. I thought, you know, maybe it might help her improve. Oh, but that night she was up roaring for Andrews, trying to keep the old ass on the move. Now the farmer, he slept in the kitchen, in the big settled bed with 2 doors, for his pillow, the straddle and the breeching, and he'd waken the dead with his snores. The old woman, a slave to Satatica, so she couldn't lay easy in bed. When at night I'd be retiring up to that, she'd be there nodding her head. But one morning I woke like a fip, and I ran down the stairs in surprise. The old woman laid out on the table, and the farmer there just closed her eyes. Well, I ran from the house like a demon. And the old farmer, and he shouted to halt. As I ran down the street, he was roaring, "Will you come back here and get me the salt?" No, thank you.